Hello, my dear Sun, Moon, and Rising sign Aquarius people. I'm Michaela. Welcome to my astrology channel, Todayenergy. And this is your monthly astrological forecast for September. September, which I advise us all to enjoy, to relax, to charge or recharge our personal batteries, because it's the calm before the storm. Astrologically speaking, mid and late autumn this year will be a little bit more intense and tough. Even I would say, when I was preparing for this forecast, I thought about this quotation from a movie or a song, I don't remember, but it was something like, "Please stop the earth, I want to get off." So basically, that's how many people, especially you guys and people having fixed energy, Aquarius, Leo, Scorp, and Taurus energy, will feel like later this autumn. But without further ado, let's dive into the nearest future, and that is September. The months start with the opposition between Mercury and Jupiter that happens precisely on the 3rd of September. Of course, every opposition means that we have to find the balance between the energies of these two planets, the golden middle, the silver lining, the consensus between these two areas of life that they involve currently for us. And of course, consensus is a little bit better than compromise, because usually when people say, "Oh, you have to compromise," that means that all of the parties involved must kind of give up on something of what they want, what they wish, what they believe in. So like in order everyone to be equally unhappy, kind of, right? So consensus is way better because it means to really sit down and think and brainstorm and come up with some proper solution that will make everyone decently content and happy. Yeah, it might require more efforts and thoughts, but Mercury is the planet of thinking, Jupiter is the planet of thinking big and optimistic, so why not? And here in your case is the axis of 9th and 3rd houses. So maybe you're negotiating, collaborating, dealing with documents, dealing with legal matters, dealing with foreign institutions or people from abroad, companies. Maybe you're thinking relocation, moving. 3rd house could be moving the neighborhood or changing the city, while 9th house is about big adventures, going abroad. Maybe relocation because of work. But 3rd house is like, your neighborhood, your siblings, your friends, your familiar local environment. So you have to basically balance between those two areas of life. And don't worry if you don't come to some determination right immediately on the 3rd of September, because Mercury already moves through the so-called retrograde shadow period, which means it still goes direct its way, but then soon enough it will turn retrograde, go backwards through the same path, then once again turn the direction of movement and go forward for the 3rd time the same degrees, okay? So basically that means that the same opposition will repeat for all of us once again on the 19th of September and then once again on the 12th of October. So very likely that the last resolution, decision, outcome, basically culmination of this matter we're discussing here can come for you rather around the 12th of October. Maybe it will be some kind of a public performance or opening a website, showing yourself as an expert, going to some conference, standing in front of other people, sharing your knowledge, your ideas, and so on. On the 5th, Venus, the planet of love, pleasure, and money, goes into Virgo. And for you, this is your 8th house. So you can expect for the next 24 days more passion, but at the same time, more peaceful collaboration and agreement with your intimate partner, but as well with your business partners, possibly. Venus might bring you income from your investments, presence, support by others, passive income, benefits from shared resources. Eighth house is everything that is others, that we share with others. Maybe money from your business, from consultations, if you have such. Of course, Venus is love, so more love and romantic moments with your private partner, deepening your relationship, and better dealing with crisis situations in life. Eighth house is when sometimes life can turn upside down. This is life and death situations, and possibly here some of you will be having news about life, about pregnancy, but also maybe there will be news about someone passing away and leaving you an inheritance as a form of passive income. Maybe you will meet women who could help you through therapy, through astrology, through tarot, through esoteric knowledge, psychology, to reach this balance and peace within you, within your own subconscious and psyche. This is important part of 8th house. Okay, on the 10th, we have a full moon. It will happen at 17 degrees of Pisces. And for you, this is your second house. So full moons, of course, bring clarity, news, achievements, culminations, endings of something related to your work, to your source of income. Maybe you're quitting one job in order to look for something better. Maybe you're receiving a salary. Maybe you are getting, again, like money from your investments. It can be just, better overview of your budget, earnings, spendings. Maybe you can plan better ahead. Of course, full moon can give you here, finally you are able to buy what you wanted to buy for some time. Mind you, the same day, Mercury stations to go retrograde. Mercury is in the same degree since the 6th of September until around the 12th of September. It's in the 8th degree of Libra. This is your 9th house. So the planet of thinking, communication, studies, self-expression is a bit stagnant. So no wonder there might be some miscommunications, misunderstandings, mistakes, especially related to documents, to travels, because it's your 9th house. So yeah, I would be careful with those topics. I wouldn't go for an exam, for example, the days when Mercury is truly stationed. Then it goes backwards. And by the way, Mercury in your chart rules your 5th and 8th houses. So it's communication with loved ones, with children, it's business, it's hobby, it's passive incomes. It's dealing with banks, with loans, with taxes. So very careful here. And while the planet is retrograde, it's excellent time, around 3 weeks, to go back and check all your tax forms, maybe from previous years. Rediscuss things with your loved ones, with your partner. Do you want children? Do you want to live together? Do you want to have a common budget? How do you want to build it? Do you want to relocate? Do you want to work for international institution, for the government? Maybe you are dealing with legal or governmental institutions or representatives. Mercury retrograde is great time to reassess, reevaluate, plan, research, go back to finish something that is hanging from the past. So maybe pay back your taxes, pay back what you owe to people. Maybe you will receive back what other people owe you. More clarity will come definitely after the 2nd of October when Mercury will station once again. So this will be again intense couple of days, but then already the planet will go back. It will go again into direct motion. Meanwhile, I think it's called appellation. Appellation when you are when you disagree with some court decision and you try once again to dispute it. Maybe second attempt for your own business, second attempt to have children, second attempt to relocate or emigrate or work with some international environment. Then on the 16th, we have a bit more intense day because the two gender planets, Venus and Mars, make a square between themselves. And the square is an edgy energy. It wants us to act, but also to, you know, there is a big chance to rub people the wrong way. And here the discussion might be between women and men because of these gender planets and energy. But in your case, we're talking about 8 fifth houses involved here. So disagreements with your loved ones, with your kids, or about topics of children, or about topics involving what you love doing, what you're passionate about, with your intimate partner. Also, these two planets, they rule your 4th and 10th houses. So maybe disagreements with superiors, with parents, with managers, and the need to find balance between work and family life. Maybe it's more like pushy energy to find this sponsorship, finances for your hobby or business project. Then on the 17th, we have a day in which we collectively might feel even more tired and confused, and that's the day when Sun opposes Neptune, 17th of September. Similar energy we will feel around the 24th of September when Venus opposes Neptune, and Neptune is the planet that dissolves boundaries, that it's more about spiritual activity, relaxation, arts, media possibly as well. So for you it's 8th and 2nd house. Confusion about finances, confusion about give and receive money, resources, confusion about work possibly, tendency to overspend. But it might be a culmination here. Think about it. If you have started something financially as a work project, as an idea to buy something around the 13th of March this year, that's when the Sun conjunct Neptune in your 2nd house. Maybe you wanted to invest in a spiritual course, yeah, or something related to relocation, travel abroad, overseas companies or people. So now you have the resolution, the result, the achievement, or the culmination and ending of these processes. Once again, it might be a truly successful day financially, especially for people who have business or work with Neptunian topics, ecology, pharmaceutics, medicine, drugs, overseas travels, media, marketing, commercials, movies, theater, arts, and spirituality. It's great to work with a psychologist, I would say here, because Sun in the 8th house wants to illuminate the darker sides of your soul, the ones that even you yourself might be afraid to look at, but it's needed to kind of, meet your demons in order to gain more true control and stability in your life. On the 19th is a way better day because the Sun makes a trine to Pluto. And Pluto, even though it has a bit like scary reputation, when it makes a trine to a planet, it gives its positive energy. And of course, the Sun is our health, vitality, ambitions in your 8th house, right? Of business, of passive incomes, of psychology and esoterics. And Pluto gives you this courage, the power to overcome instabilities, fears, traumas, because Pluto is in your 12th house currently. So he is for many decades already, like shaking up the things down there in your subconscious mind. It's like fighting with your bad habits, with your compulsive behavior and thoughts, like, being this squirrel or hamster in a wheel. So, you really can overcome this now. You can have this courage and dedication, and people who can help you, spiritual people, psychologists, people from abroad, maybe. Maybe you'll receive this financiation, this support from overseas institution, government, university, company, maybe a scholarship, right? Or help with relocation, and maybe you'll go to some spiritual retreat. Will be very powerful for you and very liberating, because the ultimate goal of Pluto is truth, freedom, power, and liberation. Then on the 23rd, the Sun goes into Libra, and just entering, dipping its toe into the sign, it already conjuncts Mercury at 0 degrees. Now, this is an important conjunction. Normally, when there is a planet so close to the Sun, it's quite burned, especially now Mercury is retrograde, so it's super confused. But exactly at 9:45 a.m., there is this precise conjunction, and Mercury, the messenger of the gods, is on a private audience, as if with the kind of the main deity, the representative of the universal mind, the sun, right? So 9:45 a.m. is a special hour and minute. If you can meditate, or if you can be, attentive to what messages you get at this time. And of course, it's the time of Bulgaria. It's Eastern European daylight saving time. So if you want to know the precise hour of this conjunction for you, then recalculate this hour and minutes for your time zone. Now, it happens in your 9th house, which is the house of the divine, of the religion, of the moral, of the personal horizons and attitude towards life. So you can have really, really like illumination, messages, facts from the universe about your mission in life, about your qualities, your talents. Of course, it might be something related to relocation, to documents, to legal matters, collaboration with foreign institutions. But maybe it's even much more. Maybe it's something that would change your perspective on the world and on yourself, or how to become famous, how to become popular, how to become a demanded, respected expert in your field. So, pay attention in the morning on the 23rd. It can be through news, it can be through hinge, it can be through insight, in a meditation if you write it down, especially in your diary, or as a shared news by a friend, some idea by others. Then on the 26th, we have a new moon at 2 degrees of Libra in your 9th house. So here comes already the real possibility to start something new related to people or companies from other countries and cultures, related to starting a blog, to having a conference, being a host, or being on a red carpet, basically, becoming popular, maybe meeting a guru, meeting a mentor, respected person for you, starting an education, and so on. On the 29th, Venus as well goes into Libra, her sign ruled by her. So she's very happy here and joining thus the party in your 9th house. So love you can find while traveling, someone from abroad you can meet as your second half. Maybe you'll get money from such activities, like international affairs, international companies. Maybe you'll fall in love with a famous person, or they will fall in love with you. Or maybe you will invest money, of course, into travels and court matters or dealings with governments and authority and so on. But if you are on the stage, which ninth house implies, because it's the house of shining, of being popular and listened to as a teacher, as a mentor, as a guru, then Venus gives you so much eloquency and so much sweet talking and beautiful public image and charisma, charm. So that's great. At the end of the month, we feel on the background this intense square between the big players, Saturn and Uranus. In this moment, they're retrograding. We feel this tension end of September, beginning and mid of October, and then finally the outcome will be visible already, because this energy is with us since last year, the whole 2021. They were forming on and off this square. So it's a familiar energy for us already. And of course, Uranus wants something new, wants something unorthodox, wants authenticity, freedom, liberation. And it's in your 10th house of your emotional foundations, of your memories, of your, family patterns and karma. So maybe you're tired of what you have followed since your childhood, and you want to build your own principles, your own worldview, your own family. Maybe you want to leave the home nest, leave your parents, start living alone, independent, maybe relocating. Maybe you want to modernize your home environment, or you want to start an online property business. So you need to build a website and clientele and so on. But some change must be there in their family or related to property. Of course, maybe you want a divorce as well from your abusive relationship so far. But and Uranus is your ruler, right? Uranus is your ruler, but it's still retrograding till January 2023. And your traditional ruler is Saturn. Saturn currently in your first house. So Saturn is like you're this inner critic, this inner parent. So you have to be mature, be responsible, act as an adult person, take the responsibility, build your home, build your family, build your business, whatever, build. Yeah, Saturn is constructions. And on one hand, it's good because we all need to eventually pass the process of separation and become our own individual realities and universes, like a individual adult person. But on the other hand, you might be sometimes now too harsh on yourself. You might feel tired. You might feel like old now, right? Too many self-imposed restrictions because of some responsibilities, and maybe even something related with the past, because Saturn also rules your 12th house. So, something related to really like subconscious blockages, subconscious fears, like I'm not good enough, I'm not ready yet. Will I manage to live on my own? Will I manage to build a house abroad? Will I manage to work from home as a freelancer? Something like that. And yeah, but 12th house is also relocation to some overseas country, emigration, remote work. So maybe you're considering this as well. But while there is this intense retrograde energy, it's really good to research, to reevaluate, to prepare the foundations, to heal yourself from this internal criticism, blockages, uncertainty, fears to take control, fears to be your own boss, fears to be the patriarch or matriarch of the family. Why not, right? So anyways, dear Aquarius, without wanting to scare you or anything, it's good that there is again this tension, this rubbing energy, which we have to find the golden middle between the traditional and the new, between the responsibility and the independency, And this will come. Just be patient. It will come kind of naturally, I believe, already at the end of this autumn. I hope these forecasts are interesting and even more importantly, useful for you. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing my videos, and for subscribing to my channel, dear Aquarius. I wish you a wonderful, lovely, pleasant month of September. Most importantly, take care of yourself, stay healthy, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.